This is my horror game 100 days ago, and this is it now. I'm making a horror game where you're chased by a deranged mutant in Paris's secret underground tunnel systems. And at the end of this video, I have some absolutely awesome news to share. Anyhow, last devlog, we made this. Basically, it's 60 seconds of gameplay where you're walking in the straight tunnel and then you get chased by a mutant. This is a terrible game, and I can't sell this on Steam. And obviously this is a bad thing because I'm not getting any money. My first order of business is to improve the exploration side of the game. So I completely overhauled this entire starting section with dynamic chains, more areas, and the first ever puzzle in Catacombs, where basically you have to figure out that this valve opens this gate. It's a really hard one, I know. But the game still mostly followed a straight line, and there really was nothing to explore here. So I made these modular pieces for turns, T-sections, and even stairs, which looks super awesome. While hopelessly doom-scrolling, I also took inspiration and made this giant room. But it looks pretty empty, so we need to fill it with stuff. Now, in the other room, you would just get jump scared by the mutants, and as much as I'd love to do that in every single room, I'm pretty sure it would just get predictable, so let's get creative. One of my scariest memories is when I went to a haunted school, and I got hit by an acorn square in the face. In hindsight, it was probably the wind, but it was still pretty scary. So I made cans and bricks get thrown at you out of nowhere, and I added sounds of banging and clawing at the doors, which I think is just such an awesome touch. Now, in one of the rooms, I filled it up with creepy dolls. Now, these aren't just regular dolls. The second you look away, these dolls start moving around and following you and getting bloodier and bloodier each time you look at them. And I did all kinds of very creepy stuff in the other two rooms that we have so far, but obviously I just can't spoil everything, so I guess you'll have to play the game to find out. Now, before I continue, I'm going to tell you something very secret, which is that my game currently has a Steam page. Now, I'm currently in like a fierce battle for visibility against the other 3 Catacomb games on Steam, especially this one, so if this game in this video looks interesting to you, you can wishlist it in the description. Back to the video. Now, the game still felt pretty lifeless, so I spent one entire day adding rats. I made like 5 different variants, including a buzz cut rat. I honestly got super carried away making them. They have this really overcomplicated AI where they can roam around, nap, run away from the player, wash themselves, and eat. I don't know what they're eating. I guess they're eating dirt. These rats are most likely the pinnacle achievement of this entire game with how overcomplicated and detailed they are. Next devlog, I want to add bats because I think they could also scare you when you enter dark rooms and caves. But yeah, now the game to this point was only like 5 minutes long, so we need some more content. So I made 3 new regions, including this ladder area, a service tunnel, and then this short pipe maze. This isn't all that I planned for the full game, of course. I have so many ideas for new rooms, some creative puzzles, and cave systems, but this should do for now. Now, as you can most likely tell, my goal with this game is to make it as immersive as possible. And without good audio, this immersion pretty much just falls apart. Now, most games don't bother to do this, but I set up a full ray-traced spatial audio system which simulates stuff like sound being blocked and bouncing off walls realistically. I also worked on little details, like panning each footstep either left or right to make it sound like it came from different feet, or making these different dynamic ambient zones, which change the echo, reverberation, and the ambience track. This is the first horror game that I've ever made, since making FPS games for like 5 years, and my goal this month was to publish a short 10-minute demo on HIO to get your feedback. So try out the demo right now in the link in the description. The full game will be a lot cooler. This is just a proof of concept. If you have suggestions, leave comments. I read them all, and please wishlist the game. See ya!